Previously on Two Past Midnight.
Hey Murph, you get your head right, or you want to get out from under this shit with Jelko, you come find me, alright?
What's your definition of right?
Who was it? Do we know where it came from? Does this happen all the time? Was it the tiger?
I'd say our best bet is just keep our head down for the moment. See if we keep our eyes peeled, see if another shot happens, to see if we can see where it's coming from.
When you guys get to the door of the V-hole, when you open it, Valentine is inside.
Ooh, you missed all the fun.
Do not be late again. That man was punishment for you.
So what are you guys thinking of where this is right now, where all the characters are for the audience, since you guys kind of jabbered about this in between time?
I don't know if we did. Did we jabber about
You
this?
guys were jabbering about some shit, and I wasn't really listening.
We were jabbering about character creation.
Yeah.
No. Before that. You guys were talking about Valentine and Murph and blah, 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 and yada, yada. And
Whether they respected each other.
Do we really want to share that with the audience, though?
I don't know.
It's secret. No.
I mean, whatever you want to share. I'm giving you guys that opportunity at the beginning of an episode.
No, we were just
Brian, how are
about-
you doing today?
Secret.
Brent?
He's got a secret.
All right. ADD as usual. Kyle, how are you doing?
Great. Everything's good.
How's the senator back there?
Quieter than normal.
You got to break out the cattle prod. We're just like, come on. Oh, God, there it is.
Oh, God. Chris, how are you doing tonight?
Why do you have that?
Expected him.
I'm good. I'm doing better than Butler.
Butler's fine. He's fine. He's doing okay. They're all alive. I mean,
Is
whatever.
he?
Yeah. I mean, he is alive, and so is Anderson. He's alive and now stable, and, they just don't have their stuff, I guess.
Those guys are fucked.
They're not in good shape. They are not in good shape. Jeremiah, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm like a toaster pastry in the sun. If that makes any fucking sense at all.
Little known fact to our audience out there. We're actually going to start this with some jibber jabber. This is a jibber jabber beginning of an episode.
Damn it.
Little known fact, last week, Jeremiah and I were actually in the same place,
Oh,
which does
right.
not happen very often.
But no, it
What was it?
once,
last
twice
time?
a year? Oh shit, no, it's been longer than that. Almost 2 years.
There was like a
year and a
Christmas.
half?
Yeah, it was
Year and
like
a
a year and a half ago Christmas. Because I think there was we missed each other at Christmas this last year, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I didn't go anywhere.
Right, yeah. And the year before,
Stayed home.
you arrived about an hour before I left.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's good times because what we discussed is how to make players' lives miserable.
We already knew
Better.
that's every lunch call too.
No, it's not every lunch call. It just happens occasionally, sometimes.
So no, yeah, really, honestly, no. Where do you guys think? What is the character's plans at this point? Because I think where we left the main story was Valentine and Murph and Emmett and LT are back at the V-hole, right? And they just finished their recon of the bunker. Gave Valentine his update, his debrief they debriefed the V-hole and at the V-hole. They debriefed at the V-hole.
That didn't help like you thought it would. Debriefing the V-hole and debriefing at the V-hole still kind of lands in the same neighborhood.
Tomato.
Either way, it's right next to the V
So
hole.
they debriefed in the V-hole, Right. And
Nope.
technically speaking, technically, it was, if we're going to use the appropriate prepositions, they were in the V-hole debriefing. Things you could do to a bridge. So, yeah.
Damn.
So they were debriefing Valentine at the V-hole. And, yeah. So what's y'all's plan?
You're assuming we have one.
Honestly, my character is so crazy that, like, I just don't fit in. So my character's, like, main goal is to find his place and fit in. And I'm still trying to find exactly, hopefully we'll run into a situation where I'm like, aha, that would be perfect for my weird A character to really grapple into. Because I'm definitely a follower in every situation since we've got to me, which I very much enjoyed. Just kind of being like, I'm probably not very often the first to speak or first to act in anything. I had a weird situation with a sniper where I did. And we'll see if that comes to fruition more than that.
Oh, no. You're usually first to speak.
Also,
Yeah. No.
And you
that's
went
right.
charging in. I think you think you're playing this character different than you are.
Yeah, with the tiger, he did take a back seat with the tiger because, like, fuck that. Like, why wouldn't you? You know.
Yeah, that's the smart move to make with a tiger, I guess.
Well, I mean, yeah, Emmett was perfectly happy letting somebody else get eaten first. He was really kind of waiting for somebody else to get pounced on, and then was going to probably engage the tiger from there. Once he's got a mouthful of somebody else, now we might try.
It's still kind of a relatively domesticated tiger in the sense that, like, you know what I mean? Like, people can kind of, like, zoo keep it to, like, you know, you don't want to, like, toss a baby in with it because it's probably going to get eaten, obviously. But, you know, I mean, it's...
Yeah, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
As tigers are baby eaters, notoriously.
Yeah. Notoriously, baby eaters.
Notoriously. Take that, Mowgli.
Yeah.
Shit ass.
I mean, yeah. Isn't that how that worked out? That's how I remember that story ending.
bare necessities.
The simple bare necessity.
Nope.
Forget about your worries and your stress.
Sharbo Tuckus.
I mean the bare necessity. And yeah, so what is your guys' plan? What are you guys gonna do? It's nighttime. You guys got back from the V-hole, or I mean, you got back to the V-hole from the bunker. And who's doing what to finish out the rest of the shift?
Well, Murph was in the middle of debriefing.
Yeah, we'll skip past that. That's fine. We can skip. We can move on. We don't need to every detail.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless you have a detail that you think the audience didn't get.
I guess it's whether or not Murph tells him that Jelko propositioned him to work for him.
Ooh.
Do you think Murph would tell him that?
Ooh. Oh, my.
I don't know. Can we come back to that? Or is that something that needs to be decided now?
I don't think we're going to come back to exposition.
No, we're not going to come back to exposition.
We don't have to go through it, but you can let me know later if he told him or not.
No.
No?
I want to know now whether he would tell him or not. In the moment, does he tell him?
I think so.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Murph tells Valentine that Jelko propositioned him.
Mm-hmm. Basically, the same situation that he's in with Valentine, he's now in with Jelko, which could be useful. I mean, this whole information gathering trip turned out to be a lot more fruitful than expected.
It did. It actually was surprisingly fruitful. The amount of information you guys actually collected was pretty good.
Yes. What we actually did there was full of fruit.
Yeah. There was a fruit bowl. Yeah, as a matter of fact. Metagaming wise, I know there was a lot of information you guys missed, but whatever. You know, it's a shit ton. It's like a shit ton. You guys just rolled for shit on your recon rolls. You failed like every recon roll until the end.
I don't know. I don't think we expected to get a one-on-one with Jelko.
No, I don't think anybody expected that.
Or even entrance into the VIP section.
Adam expected it.
I expected it.
Of course he did.
But there is one thing that Murph wants to make abundantly clear to Valentine. And that is trying to take him out in the club is a bad idea.
I 100% agree with you. Taking him out in the club is a bad idea. Unless it is done the right way.
Yeah.
So, Scarface. And Lieutenant talks too much. I hear the bunker has an opening for security. Perhaps you should inquire about employment.
Okay. I mean, I chatted up one of the bar ladies a couple times. So, I mean, if they're looking for someone friendly, I might get it. But if they're looking for somebody menacing for security, I'm not sure that I'm usually the first name to pop in your head. But I'm willing to give it a shot.
You are the talkative one. Perhaps you can convince them. And he is the menacing one. Perhaps they will hire him.
I thought we were hired to deal with a situation, not find alternative forms of employment.
This is dealing with the situation. We need to know additional information about supplies, where he gets them, where they go, where they come from. We know about the beer coming from the monastery. But there are more things.
Really good beer, by the way. Really good beer.
Yes, I have had this beer. It is okay. But there are more things to learn. And if you work there, this may be easier inside the club. An inside job, if you will.
I'm willing to give it a shot. I like that idea.
I mean, we can try our best, but I don't know. After scoping it out, I don't picture him having much use for a couple of Americans.
You said you help with Tiger, huh?
I ran from Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they know you. You help. They are down a man now. Easy peasy.
That's true. I did get splattered with one of the security guys.
Make sure you wash that off before your interview.
Yeah.
Or don't.
You smell like a friend of mine.
You smell familiar.
You smell trustworthy.
But I think this is, I think this may be a good way, you know, to be mole.
So is that something I would go in during the day and inquire about? Or wait till tomorrow evening?
Go in morning. We sleep this evening, get your rest, and you and Scarface can go tomorrow.
I mean, at this point, you're at the end of the night shift. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you're headed into morning.
Oh, yeah, rest.
Yeah. It'd be the morning shift you'd be sleeping, whoever's sleeping.
I put you on clock yesterday. You are not on clock. You have the whole day. Take day to find job. But is priority.
You know, Valentine, don't you think you might be asking a little much of them at this point? I'm fine with whatever, but this isn't exactly their forte.
What is not forte? He talks a lot. He looks menacing. All they need is job as security. And then give information.
I mean, in reality, all the things you've asked me to do, this is more my forte than any of that stuff.
See? He's right. It's a good way to go.
You have a big fucking mouth.
I get to use... Should I be a character or should I just be myself? Or should I be... No, I already introduced myself as myself. I gotta be my...
Emmett, he's your fucking problem.
This could be fun.
Yeah, it seems I inherit a lot of those.
Subtlety. Subtlety. Subtlety.
Stop saying subtlety.
All right, so who's doing what for the morning shift? Who's sleeping? Who's staying up for watch? Is anyone staying up for watch?
Valentine's gonna go to sleep. He's not concerned about a watch.
Okay.
Murph is definitely going to sleep. You know, the whole additional damage and stress again.
Mm-hmm. Emmett, LT.
Everybody sleeps, nobody watches.
The other three would go to sleep. Emma would keep somewhat of a watch.
Okay. Roll me a recon roll. The person on watch.
Recon of a C and a C. 4 and a 3. Nothing.
Okay. If anything happened, you didn't see it. All right, so tell me what that looks like, Emmett. Him up while the other three are sleeping.
I mean, really, there's only the kind of the small area to see out, so he keeps kind of peeking out through the little slit in the wood that he can kind of see out towards the street, and he sees the other guys over there racked out, and he's got Clark's 357.
Which now has bullets.
Yes, kind of just sitting in his hand, lightly spinning it every once in a while. Wondering why he doesn't just shoot Valentine in his sleep.
So we would cut over and we would see the pistol and Emmett just kind of like staring at Valentine, and we would like kind of zoom in on Valentine, just out and back over Emmett to the pistol, back to Valentine.
Do it.
I would like to remind you guys, by the way, that when we first introduced Valentine, I said, you don't have to accept this guy as the new member of the party. You could pass and see what other character Jeremiah has to offer.
This was brought up. Yeah.
More than anything, I want to see Emmett do an empathy roll if he could actually do it.
See if I could shoot a man in his sleep.
Brian, I wouldn't even be mad. As a player, story-wise, this is interesting.
Well, I mean, then it comes down to Adam. If that's even player versus player kind of stuff, is we don't do that. So
generally, I'm okay. Meta conversation. Generally speaking, I am very anti PvP violence. Right? Like I've made a rule
and
it,
we've all agreed to that over this entire course of this thing.
We have, and then Jeremy made a villain.
I did. I very specifically made a villain.
Brian, if you do this, I'm not going to, as a referee, hold it against you. I'm going to say this is a one-time deal. Let's try not to turn this into a habit of PvP.
No, and this is not something that Emmett does, but at the same time, it's to continue down this route of working for him is only delaying what the actual mission for Emmett actually is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he either goes deeper down this rabbit hole, which doesn't lead him where he wants to go, or what he has gathered so far is Valentine is working completely alone. So if he takes out Valentine, he just gets to now go back to what he was doing.
Right. It's still going to be an empathy roll. You have to fail that roll.
Oh, gosh.
And then you'll have to roll coolness under fire for the point of stress. Even if you succeed at the empathy roll and can't shoot him. So first you have to fail the empathy roll. Then you have to roll coolness under fire no matter what, because you will automatically take 1 point of stress. Does Emmett do this? This is amazing.
Can we just take a moment and just really appreciate the fact that we as players are living out Emmett's like internal conflict of, do I shoot this guy or
This
not?
moral dilemma is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, like, because Emmett to date has been a warrior. Like, he's an honorable combatant, you know, and really Valentine, well, I mean,
There's been some
Couldn't
times.
torture a guy with me. Wouldn't torture with me.
Yeah.
but for the most part,
I feel like that was adrenaline fueled, though, just in his defense.
the torture thing was just like heat of the moment, and it just got carried away, and he took a lot of pain for that too, and was like, well, shit, you know, and there was regret associated with that. That was awesome. And the fact that Emmett is thinking about just like straight murking this dude in his sleep, like, that's fucking insane.
Now, yet again, as a GM, I have made rules in my game. I'm like, no PvP violence. Right. Generally, that applies to stealing from other players or shit like that. We've only had one other instance in this game of PvP, and that was Cole and Jacob, like real early on.
No, I also murdered Harrison's friend right in front of us.
Well, he was an NPC at the point.
True.
Yeah,
True.
Harrison
That's
wasn't
very
even an actual player
I was playing Private Austin.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was forever ago.
Yeah,
Nice
that was a while
pull.
ago.
Yeah, the only other example was more recently with Chris and Jeremiah, but that was a little bit more like he's hulking out and he's trying to like
Restrain.
you know, yeah, the sun's getting real low.
Instead of persuading him, he just knocked him the fuck out. Yeah. But, Brian, Adam and I have already discussed that there may eventually come a time where Valentine becomes an NPC anyways.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I'll just have to give him up, and he'll do his Valentine shit, whatever that is.
Like this is one of those times where, yes, this character is currently a PC, but also if your character weren't just a PC with another PC, what would they do? You know what I mean?
Right. Do that, whatever that is.
Because PvP violence, I extend out beyond just violence and also ill intent towards the rest of the party. So
Right. Well, and yeah, at this point, yes, Emmett is not Brian as a player is not looking to just cause chaos for the sake of chaos at this point. It is truly what I believe in the story would be going on at this point is Valentine, who is the primary villain at this point, who I am indentured to. How do I end that as quickly as possible? And he is asleep in the room with me right now.
No hobo.
Dang it, he called no hobo. I got it.
I'm gonna say hobo. I'm gonna say hobo.
The GM said hobo.
Hobo.
Oh, man.
I will say, just to make things fair, I might give you a recon roll, depending on what you do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To get to him before, you know, depending on what you do. That is. I mean, you have the pistol, so if you just shoot him, that's different, you know?
Right. Yeah, well, no, that's... I feel like that's what it's going to be. Is he would use Clark's pistol for this.
I love this dilemma.
This is your character, dude. What?
Gosh. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it.
Holy fuck. All right. Back to the game.
Yes. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't have a good flashback. I was going to do something, but I don't have a good one. Jeremy, do you have one? A good pre-death flashback sequence?
Yeah, sure. It's the office of the bunker.
Mm-hmm.
And the man who sent Valentine out to check on Jelko is there. And there's a woman in a chair. And Valentine is there. And you can see the man behind the desk is saying something, and he's referencing, and he's just yelling at this woman. And Valentine walks over and just strangles her with his bare hands.
Get her out of here.
She can't take any more money from you now.
Throw her in the sewer with the rats.
Yeah.
And we see Valentine drag her body out of the room.
He gets to the VIP lounge. If any of you bitches take any more fucking cut off the top, this will be you too. And drags her out.
Emmett. Roll an empathy roll.
My heart is going 90 miles an hour.
Is this okay? So this is just straight empathy.
Straight empathy. Well, yes, straight empathy roll.
4.
That is a fail. That means you can take this shot.
Oh God.
So Emmett, describe it. What this looks like.
Okay, so it's daytime, and I mean, honestly, I almost see this as almost like the Telltale Heart. Emmett sees like a slit of like light coming from, you know what I mean, one of the boarded up windows, and it's like draped across just like his Valentine's face, you know, just a little bit of the side of his face, and his hand is trembling on the revolver slightly as he moves closer, and as the light shows the tattoos on his face, he just kind of whispers to himself, "Lord, forgive me," and
We cut away.
oh gosh darn it.
And we hear this like sound. And we hear a dog bark. And we see Emmett and Keanu, and they go walking out. They're like, no, fucking give me a dog name, Brian.
It would be Herbert.
Okay, so Herbert, no, Keanu, young Keanu.
Daddy, oh my gosh, no, Herbert. Is he okay?
I don't know. It's just get back, Keanu. Get back. You don't need to see this.
But he needs help, Dad. He needs help.
He does, but you don't need to see this, son. You need to back up.
You're not gonna help him, Dad?
I'm gonna help him. But you gotta.
Keanu, come with me. Keanu, come inside, Keanu.
But Herbert,
Keanu,
he needs our help.
And the mom's like leading him inside.
Dad,
Your father's gonna take care of him. Your father's gonna take care of him.
Dad,
Just head inside. I'm gonna help him out.
promise me you'll make it better.
I promise, Keanu. I promise.
And we cut back into the room. Gunshot goes off. Roll coolness under fire.
$12 and a 10.
Oh shit!
No stress. Gunshot goes off. Round goes right up into Valentine's head. Jeremy, give me a death sound. LT, Murph, you guys wake up.
Murph's upright with his 9 out immediately.
What was that?
We just got liberated, but we got to get out of here now.
Holy crap.
I mean, do you have to get out of there?
Yeah, I disagree.
Well, I mean, that's a 357, and they were already... The area was already kind of on high alert from other things. I just felt like... sound-wise and situational-wise, it might not be wise to stick around.
I don't know. We've got pretty good concealment here, and he's got a lot of shit that we can go through.
Nothing else is useful other than the shit you already got. And his character sheet.
Whatever we may be able to pilfer off of that.
Other than the rifle that was left behind the wall somewhere.
I grab my lever action and I head towards I just look out the door to see if it looks like anybody stirred.
Roll recon.
Where do you want to go? We have a hideout here. It may have been loud, but if we stay quiet afterwards, it's another gunshot in a city of gunshots.
2 successes.
Okay. You see a couple of the militia guys go walking by, and like they're looking around, but they walk right by the building. It doesn't seem like they, like, from your vantage point, it doesn't seem like they realized it came from here, but they heard the gunshot.
It looks like we're in the clear. I don't see any... There's so many gunshots around here, I don't think they even flinched at it. Did he attack you, Emmett? What'd he say?
He didn't say anything. He was dead asleep. But are we going to keep playing Ring Around the Rosie until he gets us killed? Or are we going to take care of the situation and let's get back to the mission at hand? We got to get out of here.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
And go where?
Well, I don't know about you, Murph. I mean, I know you got your own stuff to deal with, but I'm headed back north. We can get back outside of the city limits here. I'm trying to get back north with as much supplies as we can.
Hold up.
We got word that there was a tank north of the city.
Northeast, yep.
Hold up. Before we roll out of the city, I think I've got us an inn at the embassy. The Marine staff sergeant that I was talking about basically gave me an open invite. If, I wanted to go straight and do the right thing. So we could maybe link up with them and maybe get some help from the U.S. government.
I mean, those seem like some pretty strong air quotes. Because the way I see it is we're just trading one set of indentured servitude to the next. They're going to want to start divvying out orders again and not let us just do what we need to do.
We might be able to get information, though.
Well, I mean, I've got pretty much all the information I need. That little girl's in a safe place. There ain't much left in this city that needs to be sought out. Looks like they were headed north.
Well, I meant information on Keanu, because hadn't the father, whatever his name is, had some info on Keanu?
No, he just we were trying to get information to the embassy to see if they had heard anything. We never heard anything back.
I swear somebody... I don't know. If you don't want to pull at that thread and see if anything comes out of it, it's up to you. I'm just saying this is...
I don't know. That just sounds like we're just going to end up back in the shuffle.
I understand. I don't want to... I absolutely do not plan on going somewhere and following orders and any of that bullshit.
Well, then I would say that heading back to the embassy probably isn't the place to go. I say our best bet is to see if we can't sell anything here that's not nailed down. whatever stuff he's got, whatever stuff we don't need. Travel light, get some food, get some water, and I'd like to see if we can't get ourselves back out of the city. Maybe it's a little easier getting out than in.
If I remember correctly, it was LT that actually had said he saw the tank.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, load up on food, ammo. I mean, shit, I don't know how much all these weapons will go for, but you think we could get a vehicle?
I doubt we got enough to manage any of that, but I mean, we might be able to get a couple days worth of rations, so we're not looking at starving to death as soon as we leave the walls.
It'd be nice to have a truck again.
It would be. I 100% agree, but
You get me outside of here, I can get us back to where I saw everything. I mean, I know where it was.
I'm good with it.
are you?
Horses are the equivalent of 500 rounds
Yeah.
a piece. A bicycle's 50.
What about a truck?
A pickup truck is
Yeah.
8,000.
Oof.
Yeah.
A light
Yeah.
truck is 20,000. A heavy truck is 30,000.
Yeah, we ain't getting anywhere near that, so I say we head back through, sell what we can to get some food, get some water. I think we've pretty much worn out our welcome here. LT, you think you can get us back to where that tank was?
Yeah, northeast. I know the route. I used to get down here, and it's not been that long. I'm sure I could find it.
All right. And then I'm going to be leaning heavy on you, Murph, because if we get to that tank, you're going to be our best bet at trying to track where they went from there.
I mean, do my best. I'm not a tracker. I mean, you know, it's been days, dude.
I know, but this is the best line we've had in a while.
If that's our goal, I mean, you know, I didn't come here so I could get a job at a bar. Let's find him.
All right, then I say we gather up what we can gather up, and let's see if we can head up to the market, and then see if we can't find a inconspicuous way back out of this city.
I walk up to Emmett and I kind of slap him on the back. I appreciate the debt of freedom there. I know that couldn't have been easy for you.
Well, it's a little easier when you can't see much good in a person.
If it's any consolation, I was pretty sure he was going to slit her throats before all this was over anyways.
Well, that's kind of where the point I had reached is I don't think that this debt ever would have gotten paid.
Remind me not to make you mad anymore.
No, he was basically on a suicide mission.
Yeah, we were either going to end up dead by his hand or by somebody else's hand doing his work, so you guys don't owe me anything. You guys could stay here. It's safe here in the city. You know, maybe track a lead, track a safe place to work, whatever. You guys don't have to go with me, but that's where I'm going.
It's not. We don't have the proper paperwork to stay here. We don't, I've been in this with you since the fucking POW camp, man. We'll keep chugging along. I thought maybe we could get some information, but I'm good with starting over.
I don't know if I'm the ideal wingman for you, but I'm here with you.
Kyle, Jeremy said there's loot in Roll20. I'm assuming he means the chat.
Yes. I saw as he typed each piece, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I was typing it out. I figured we'd make note of Valentine's stuff because Kyle would want it.
So, Jeremy, could you run down the list of what's on Valentine's gear list, since apparently we're killing PCs and vulturing their shit?
All the things that we said we wouldn't do.
This is why you play the game.
He has a PSM with 6 reloads, Russian combat knife, 3 reloads for the Dragunov, not the Dragunov because it's hidden behind a wall, binoculars, and a lockpick set.
Yeah, but we do have a Dragunov because I got one off of the...
Yeah. But you don't have his Dragunov.
No.
The one, yeah, right.
All right, so there you go. That is the gear that the dead Valentine has left behind for y'all.
Does he have anything else in the hideout? No.
Nope, that's it.
I didn't say a
Red Sox
thing.
shirts.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Red Sox World Series champion shirts. Which, if I remember correctly, Murph's wearing one. You said you took one of the shirts.
Oh, yeah. Under the BDUs, I guess.
Yeah. Or over the flak jacket, whatever. I don't know.
Under.
All right, so you guys start getting the shit that Valentine had. Here's the other thing, too. Murph is at what for damage, Chris? You would have healed 1 point of stress and 1 point of damage from the rest.
If I healed, I think that puts me at 2 and 2. 2 damage, 2 stress.
Okay. You would have healed 1 and 1. I thought you maxed out something before. Maybe I was...
That was Butler.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. Well, no, because Doc healed you. That's what I forgot. Doc healed you some of the damage. That's right.
Yeah, I was at 3 and 3.
Yep. All right, so what is your guys' plan? What are you planning on doing? What does your timeline look like?
I want to rest before we get out of here. I would like
Yeah.
to be healthy
I would say
for once.
I would love to rest, but I would hate to sit here with his body.
I mean, we get rid of that at nighttime. You know, I did have a thought about that, but I think it might create more of a hassle for us than we want, but
Because you're going to cook him and eat him?
bringing it to Jelko.
I mean,
We're not cannibals. Not yet.
I mean, rations are rations, right?
Please tell me we're going to weekend at Bernie's this.
How much is a person?
We're already going down a slippery slope here.
Is it comparable to a hog? Is that right? Long
I don't think a
pork?
full hog. I think
A
it
full-
might be a little bit less than a hog. Let me look
Oh,
at
okay.
let me look at the animal.
Like,
You said he was. You just got done saying how big of a guy this guy.
He's a
was.
big
He is a pretty big dude. He is a
big
pretty
dude.
big dude.
he's like 6'2", 6'4".
With our luck, he's got radiation poisoning.
No, it wasn't that bad. Not that bad. You'd have been fine.
Let's see.
Wait, are you really looking up the stats for like
Eating a person.
2d6 rations? Right?
Well, a boar is 2d6 times 2. A deer is 2d6. I'd say closer to a deer, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, usable stuff.
Plus, Emmett gets an extra ration out of it.
Yeah,
maybe.
because of the cook
he's
skill.
eating the brain.
Because of the cook skill.
Oh, look at the liver. Yeah, look.
I feel like this is 100% the darkest episode we've done so far, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think that Murph would.
I don't know. The child soldier stuff got pretty
No,
dark.
this is pretty dark.
Murph isn't there for cannibalism yet.
I just want to let you guys know. I was going to give you guys, since he's dead and it doesn't matter now, he was 100% going to use you guys as patsies for whatever shit was about to go down, and he was totally going to Lee Harvey Oswald Murph. Like, that's part of what the rifle behind the wall is about. But it's like...
DDA as an organization does not have an opinion one way or the other on the JFK assassination and who was ultimately responsible for it.
I'm sorry, I forgot that's a
to the
conspiracy theory. It's
Chris-
a popular
Chris knows.
conspiracy theory.
All opinions
Either way.
are held by the individuals.
And to the left.
No opinions expressed by any of us reflect the opinions of Dorky Afternoon.
All right, well, he was 100%.
Cut his mic, cut his mic, cut his mic. All right, so we see them gathering up the stuff, and Murph's still resting and try to heal up a little bit more. I'm assuming you guys are going to try to figure out something to do with his body, though? Like, or are you planning on just, like, when you leave it here? What is your plan?
Did your character bring up the Jelko thing, or was that meta?
Character did, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're leaving, so I guess it wouldn't matter, but I think that would settle any debt that I had with him, and might make him a little happy. He might reward us.
I mean, possibly, but I mean, it could just put us further into debt and into things that we don't want to be in.
I kind of want to bring the body to Jelko.
I don't know that trucking a dead body through a city we're not supposed to be in is a great idea. I am fine with going there and telling him what we have in our secret base that we're no longer interested in using.
Better plan.
Yeah.
We go and tell him, hey, here's the body.
We were coerced to be here. We're no longer coerced. You're welcome.
I don't know. I'm going to play it. Hey, once I talked to you, I realized, hey, this guy better off dead. Figured that would make us square. He was trying to kill you anyways.
All right, so what is your plan to do with his body? What are you guys going to do?
Captain, sure call. I mean, if you're ready to bolt, if you're ready to bolt, I'm ready to bolt. If we want to try to leverage this, we can leverage this.
If that's what you guys want to do, you guys are more than welcome to. Like I said, I'm not here to pull rank. I'm not here to... You guys know that I am strictly here for one purpose, and that is to try and find my son. If this is what you guys want to do, feel free. I will not be here. I will meet you guys at the church. But if you guys aren't there within a day's time, I continue outside of the city.
I'll meet you at the church in a day.
Emmett, you still need to take a rest. You've been through a lot.
Could use some shut-eye, but at this point, I don't know that I could sleep if I wanted to.
Murph, am I going with you?
How long has it been since you slept, Emmett?
I don't know, probably close to a day's time now.
Yeah, over a day.
It's probably, yeah, I'd say right around 24 hours because we went to the market, we came back, we did not rest because we then had to go and then back around. It was right before we went for market was the last time that Emmett rested.
All right, you take 1 point of stress each day. If incapacitated by stress while sleep deprived, you collapse and sleep for at least one shift and are impossible to wake. So you take a point of stress.
Okay. Now...
Which technically, by the rules, doesn't get a coolness under fire roll.
No, yeah, because it's just sleep deprived.
Yep.
Can't be too cool for sleep.
All right. Yep.
All right, Murph. Let's head out.
Oh, no, I'm going solo on this one.
Even better. Godspeed.
I will meet you guys at the church tomorrow. Or today? Tomorrow? Whatever. I don't know what time it is, Adam.
Yeah, what time of day are we at now?
Daytime? We're in daytime now.
Yeah, I will see you there tomorrow.
All right.
I mean, you really could do it tonight, ultimately.
Right,
Yeah.
that's just it. Yeah, if he doesn't do it tonight, then he's got until
My
basically...
plan is to go there tonight, talk to Jelko, make my way back. But in case something goes sideways, worst case,
Right.
I'll meet them at the church.
We'll
Okay,
be there
yeah.
till noon. At noon, we take off.
And I know you're heading northeast. I will try to catch up with you if I miss you.
All right, so we see Emmett and LT headed northeast away from the V-hole. We see Murph headed southeast to go towards the bunker. And as the door is starting to close behind him, we would like track in through the door, and we see Valentine's body sitting there still. We hear the door kind of shut behind him as they walk out, and we slowly move in on Valentine. And we go black. And then we open up, and we see Valentine in this small little like crate that's just big enough for him to be in the fetal position in, completely naked, right? and all of a sudden he just gets hit with like a fucking water hose, just like a fucking fire hose, right? And he wakes up.
If you let me out of this crate, you will see what kind of man you are. You fucking coward.
We see a figure in the background in the shadows step forward. And as he does, we recognize Yuri. And he's like, you are the fucking coward. You piece of shit. You will get everything that you deserve.
I should have killed you in interrogation.